I'm Carol Ritchie, and we're so glad that you're tuning in today. And I have two great recipes to share with you. In my opinion, heart healthy cooking is kind of like a feast for your senses. Texture, flavor, aroma, color really just lifts you up, and it is so easy to do. So we're going to do a peach salad with tomatoes and then grilled chicken and vegetables. So our first recipe is your peach and tomato salad. I'm going to show you the finished dish a little closer to the camera in just a little bit, but for the meantime, I'm just going to show you how to cut some wedges out of a peach. Now this is a clingstone peach, which means that the pit will cling to the flesh, and it's really kind of hard to get it out. So you just use your knife to cut wedges out as best as you can. And I tend to like to nibble inward on the pit as the cook's treat, so I always keep that in mind. So peaches are probably one of the most perfect things in the summertime. They're filled with flavor, color, and fragrance galore. They're amazing. So pick one that's nice and fragrant, heavy for its size, and you can ripen it up in a paper bag for a day or two if you'd like. So here's my peaches. I'll put those in our bowl. All right, got that down. Now, color, texture, aroma, and flavor. We've got gorgeous tomatoes. You can use whatever style or variety of tomato that you like. With all of the recipes from the American Heart Association, we give you great guidance on the recipe, portion size, what size of vegetable you need to be using, or what have you, to get the correct portion. So there's a lot of detailed information on those recipes. There's certainly a lot of love that goes in each one of them. So we've got our tomatoes. These are just gorgeous cherry tomatoes that are red and yellow. Now for a little bit of red, I adore red. I love to go red. And this is a red onion. I will just slice it right here in the middle. Take a few cuts down the side following those lines of the onion and cut across. So you have a nice chopped red onion. I tend to like red onions in a raw preparation like this because they just add great color, flavor, and sharpness. There we go. We have our onion. Put that in the bowl. Now for fragrance galore, we'll add basil, and we're going to do a chiffonade of basil. Chiffonade is kind of like a little ribbon. So you take fresh basil, take about 3 to 4 leaves, stack them on top of each other, and we're going to roll them up. Roll it tight and cut across. Chiffonade, it's almost as much fun to prepare and to eat as it is to say. Chiffonade. There we go, and that's going to be a beautiful garnish on the top of our salad and mixed in with our salad, so I'll add a little bit to it there. All right, so we have our salad mixture here. It is amazing. I hope you guys can see that at home. And we've got the red onions in there. We've got the peaches, the tomatoes, and our fresh basil. So the next ingredient that's going to go in is salt and pepper. Now, traditionally, when I'm cooking at home, I love to keep in mind heart-healthy techniques. I've been a recipe developer and a national volunteer spokesperson for the American Heart Association cookbooks for over 20 years. So there's so many key things that have helped me grow up with my good heart-healthy, prescription. And so it's really quite easy, I find, if you just take your time, take one recipe at a time, and just enjoy it, relax and enjoy it, and learn and discover how to, pick the right ingredients and how to combine the right ingredients and how to measure and what is portion size. So these are easy little tips, small changes yield big results, so keep that in mind. When it comes to salt and pepper, I tend to use very minimal at home just because I've been used to it for over 20 years, and I do have to watch my sodium personally. So I use about 1/8 of a teaspoon for this dish, which is what the recipe calls for. Now I have measured this, but I find that 2 fingers and a thumb is a pinch, and I know a lot of people say, how much is a pinch? How much is, like a drop, whatever, yeah. So I have measured this, and it's approximately 1/8 of a teaspoon. So 2 fingers and a thumb of salt, and that's a pinch, and that'll give you just enough salt and pepper. Okay, we'll give that a stir. But definitely, even at home as a cook, I've been cooking for so long, but I love to measure, I love to weigh, I love to artfully arrange my plate because we eat with our eyes first. And it's really just kind of a joy to be able to make something good for yourself. And when you've done it and you've eaten it, you have that great sense of accomplishment. So here we go, we've got gorgeous salad. And to put on that, we're gonna have balsamic vinegar. You could use red wine vinegar if you like, and extra virgin olive oil. We're using minimal amounts. The recipe will give you exactly how many. All right, so we'll give that a stir. I think the beauty of cooking is the art of being versatile. And my wonderful chef friend, who I cook with quite a bit, she loves to, use variety. And it's fun to cook with other people because you are inspired. Like what if that person doesn't like tomatoes or that person doesn't like peaches? Well, it's okay. You can adapt. Don't feel that if you don't have all of the ingredients that you can't prepare the recipes. There's so many ways to adapt it. All right. So here we go, here's our finished salad on our bowl, but I'll also show you the plated version right here. And this has some gorgeous ribbons of basil on top. So there is your peach and tomato salad. It looks so delicious and love it, love it. We got some of those tomatoes from another dear friend. So when tomato season is at hand, go for it, you'll have a great time. All right, now let's do the grilled chicken with the vegetables. I think the beauty of these recipes and all of the American Heart Association recipes is they're so user-friendly. They're all detailed. There's nothing left to chance. You know what it's supposed to look like when it's done, etc. So you can really rest assured that these recipes are created with love and tested with love and are shared with love. So there we go. Now for the chicken dish, I have chicken, and it's right over here. I'll show it to you in just a second, but the first stage of its marinade is a dry seasoning. So there's garlic powder, not garlic salt, but garlic powder. And there's also oregano on there and basil, and a little bit of spray. And that will just help it to keep it nice and supple. So a little cooking spray works well, love it. Then we put a little bit of lemon zest on there and lemon juice. And this can, once you get all of that on there, it can marinate for about 10 minutes or up to about 8 to 10 hours in the refrigerator. So you always want to refrigerate it when you're marinating. All right, so squeeze a little lemon juice in there too. When you trim fat in recipes, you have to add that flavor. And I feel that heart healthy cooking is just really a great balance of variety and choosing the leanest products and eating lots of fruits and vegetables, good fiber, all of that. You're just mindful of the ingredients that you're purchasing and cooking and how you're preparing it as far as the technique goes. So I have my chicken. I'll place that in a grill. This is an excellent grill pan. I mean, you can grill outdoors, you can grill indoors, whatever's convenient for you. A cast iron grill pan is a great tool to have because it really magically makes it taste like it's been cooked outdoors. I love it. So that's cooking right there. And for our other vegetables, we have eggplant, red bell pepper, and corn. So there we go. And we also have zucchini squash. How could I forget the zucchini squash? It's so filling and comforting, and I think that's what I love about squash. It's a perfect side dish because it's satisfying, filling, and it looks pretty too. So we'll put that right in there. And it has a little salt and pepper on it as well as some vegetable oil spray. So the vegetables are going to cook for about, 4 to 7 minutes. And the chicken will cook for about the same. Now, you want to make sure that the chicken is no longer pink inside. You want to make sure that it's at least 170 degrees when checked with the thermometer. Your vegetables should be nice and tender and beautiful grill marks, same with the chicken. So, how tender you like them is how long you're going to cook them. Anywhere from 4 to 7 minutes if you like them more well done. You'll get to flip them halfway through. So they're looking good right now. I'm going to give them a little flip. Oh boy, that's looking great. I'm going to show you pan here real quick in a minute. The vegetables aren't very, very dark yet, but I'll show you how pretty it looks with the chicken grill marks. Wish we had smell-o-vision at home, right? I hope you guys can see that. There we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, I love that sizzling sound. All right, so once those are nicely cooked, we will present them. And here is the final dish right here. I love how this is plated because remember to be versatile. Remember that there's options out there. You could create with the vegetables that you love, like the asparagus that's on this plate, and have fun with it. Enjoy. Get the family involved because, you know, everyone that cooks together stays together. So it's such a great way to enjoy with your family and friends. So I really hope you enjoy these recipes and stay tuned for more amazing American Heart Association segments coming your way. And, you know, from my heart to yours, I hope your cooking dreams come true and then you keep on cooking with your heart in mind.